Diddy's ex-girlfriend Gina Hune, which was victim number 3 in the federal indictment, who went MIA during the criminal case, just went to bat for Diddy. Because, right now they're really trying to get him out on bail. That's what they're fighting for. So she wrote a letter to the judge supporting Diddy, basically saying that she's known him for years, that she's mostly seen him as a father, a family man, a businessman, and not a criminal. Says their relationship had its ups and downs, but when Diddy made mistakes, he was willing to acknowledge them and make better decisions moving forward. And I find this interesting, Rosenberg, because this is the same one who was on Gossip Podcast talking about the abuse that she went through when she was seeing him.
Now she defended.
I was explaining it to Shadi, and Shadi was like, wait a minute.
Sounds like a payoff to me.
Wait, so she had been outlining what had happened, and now she says she needs to make better decisions?
No. She's just basically painting him as like a good standing human being. Like he's made his mistakes, but she's seen him, you know what I mean, acknowledge his mistakes. And it just sounds like, oh, come on.
She said
I'm
he's
sorry.
a changed man. But before she was bashing him. And now she's trying to testify like, free this man, he's different now.
Like she was on all the podcasts, like I think Tasha K was one of them. And so she had been vocal about her abuse, you know what I mean, that the abuse that she went through, and then she disappeared.
Now there are two versions of this though, and I know anytime we throw out multiple things when you're talking about one of these stories, it's like it can sound like you're being a defender of the accused abuser, but I'm just throwing this out there. There's also the possibility that at the time she was going for it, because we know, guys, that Diddy did some bad stuff. We also know that people jumped in who Diddy didn't do bad stuff with, but they may have had an interaction and were like, I can get paid. And if it didn't work out and they weren't able to, it didn't go the direction they want, and now Diddy's not going to jail, they're like, let me go ahead and clean this thing up real quick. And I mean, that is going to happen. You know what I mean? And that's not to discredit any of the people who were legitimately harmed, but like, once Tony Busby's involved, there are going to be lots of people coming out of the woodwork, and they're not all going to be legit. I'm sorry. I know we have to decide that it's all or nothing, and everyone accused of everything, of something, it means they did everything, but it's not necessarily true.
I also look at it like, oh man, if this man is free, I need to make sure that I'm good.
That's what I mean.
Right.
But and I don't necessarily it's not.
It doesn't mean it's not true. It just means let me clean it up. Sure.
Right. Let me make sure I'm not a target for anything. I don't know, but it all sounds so crazy to me. Like this trial makes my head hurt. Very much so. But that's your flash and lights report.
Have we gotten any new things? Like, do we expect that they're in the immediate there are going to be any sort of more trials, or not that we know about it as of right now?
I think right now they're just trying to fight for bail, because I think his sentencing is in October, early October. I don't know the exact date from the top of my head, but so at first they were like, nah, he'll do his time until he'll stay in jail. But now his team is fighting for him they want him to just spend the rest of his time in his mansion in Miami on house arrest until sentencing. So he's trying to get out on bail.